Hi class! I wanted to give you a few tips before speech day to help you practice and prepare for your final persuasive speech. The first tip that I have for you is to prepare the space in your room and also prepare your clothing attire. So what I mean by this is set the stage. Make sure that I can actually see you from the waist up, that you have some room to move, that your background is not distracting, and also that you've prepared your attire. Professional attire is required for this speech. You can wear clothing that is not distracting, or I would also suggest something like a collared shirt. Tip number 2 is to write out your note cards. So after you've finished writing your outline, you don't want to print your outline and just read directly off your outline. Instead, use note cards like this. I like to use white lined 4x6 note cards and type only keywords and phrases. You also want to limit your note cards to about 5 or 6 note cards. That way you don't end up reading your entire speech from your note cards. The next thing that you want to do is prepare your oral citations. You'll need to cite 5 oral citations in this speech. Remember, put the source type first and then the information, quote or paraphrase after. For example, according to the CDC website published 2020, they recommend wearing a mask in public to prevent the spread of disease. Okay, so the next thing that you'll want to do is practice your delivery. Remember, you are also graded on facial expressions, gestures, and body movement. So make sure you have enough space to walk around a little bit. I suggest moving with each transitional statement. So first, we're going to talk about the problem. So I may want to move over here and state my entire first main point from this area. Next, we're going to move on to the cause, and I may give my entire second point here. And finally, let's talk about solutions, and I will end my speech right here in the middle. Adding gestures and some body movement during my speech helps the audience follow along with each new topic. Okay, so the next tip is to prepare your PowerPoint presentation. Look back on our unit on presentation aids. Make sure your PowerPoint is short, clear, and concise. I will need to see your PowerPoint and also see you, the speaker, during this recording. The easiest way to do this is to record yourself using Zoom. So you just open up our Zoom room, hit record, and then use the share screen function to share your PowerPoint presentation. Then at the end, you can end the speech and then post that link to the assignment. Another thing is during your presentation, you will be standing while your PowerPoint is going, so you'll either need a clicker like this, or you might need a friend or family member to sit by the computer and actually change each slide as you talk about a new subject. For some of you that are more tech savvy, you may be able to share your screen using iMovie or Camtasia or some other type of computer software, and that's just fine. All right, and the final thing that you can do before speech day, the best thing you can do to lower your anxiety and improve delivery is practice. So make sure you run through your speech, have a dress rehearsal. So make sure you have your PowerPoint, your oral citations, you have your note cards ready, and time your speech. This speech should be about 6 minutes, so make sure you're not going too far over the time limit for this one. All right, so those are my tips before speech day. As always, you can email me if you have any questions, and I look forward to seeing all of your speeches.